things are not looking too good for Matt Reeves, the Batman 2. What's going on, everybody? Hit that subscribe and let's get into it. All right, so look, I came across this info and let's look into it real quick. All right, so this is not new. This is old, what I'm going to talk about real quick. But John Turturro on not reprising Carmine Falcone in The Penguin. This is what he said. I had done it already. I felt really good doing the Batman, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue. I like to come in, do my thing, and then leave. So pretty much he's just saying, hey, let's do this and let's get things done and let's move on and stuff like that. That's why we didn't see him. And of course they recasted somebody for his role in The Penguin. But it is what it is, things are starting to shake up, if you want to say, and I am not surprised. Now let's check this out. Zoe Kravitz is not returning to play Catwoman in the Batman Part 2. This is not a surprise also because one, actors and actresses have a schedule and they get booked for other things, and probably there's a conflict of the scheduling. Who knows what's going on, but whatever it is, she's not coming on to the second one. And maybe something is happening behind the scenes where maybe the actors and actresses are just like, what, I'm not feeling it, I'm done with it, and they want to do other things. Who knows what's happening, but this is where this stands at right now. Again, things are shaking up over with Matt Reeves and his universe of the Batman 2, right? With that being said, also, the Batman Part 2 has lost its cinematographer to the Beatles. Now, this is something very important, and we know recently that we had heard that, the cinematographer, Greg Fraser, he worked on the first Batman. Now he has officially signed on to be the cinematographer for Sam Mendes's upcoming 4-part Beetle. So he's going to be doing that. And because of that, he's not going to be in Dune Part 3. And he's not returning for the Batman Part 2 because of overlapping production schedules. So again, this is what happens when you delay production and you take too long. And like I've been telling y'all, this seems like what James Gunn is doing. This is the effect, the causes that he's delaying it, coming up with all these excuses. And again, in this industry of showbiz, you have to be fast. You have to move fast because everything is scheduled. Everything is, everything is on a time crunch. And most of these actors, actresses, composers, directors, screenwriters, whatever it is, they're on a schedule. So they constantly get booked. And if you don't tell them, hey, look, by a certain date, we're bringing you on board, this is what happens. They move to other productions, and it is what it is. That's how this industry is made. And what can you do? This is why I've been telling y'all, I don't think that the Batman 2 is going to happen. And if they do move forward and they end up quote unquote doing it and making it, I don't see it that it's going to actually be like the first one. A lot of things are going to change. And of course, we've been hearing rumors that, now David Cornswet wants to join, and he wants Robert Pattinson to be part of that universe, So with that being said, and what we've been hearing with James Gunn saying that he's also, talked to Robert Pattinson, and, he wants to bring up the idea of bringing in that universe into his. Don't be surprised if it does happen. I would say just do it, make it happen. Why not? Screw it. I mean, what else can happen, And from here to the time that James Gunn has of November 2026 before his contract is up, it's a possibility that it could happen, and, could just be its own thing, but still take place within the DCU. Again, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but this is something that I came across and I felt that we had to talk about. But again, what are your thoughts? Hit that subscribe, drop your comments, and until next time.